Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and kick off episode 4? Yeah, episode 4. We're going to see the lights and the high life boys and girls. So that's just a little taste where we're going. And not falling to your death would be a really great idea. But yeah, we've made it to Shimmering Heights. So there are no low casts here. It's too expensive. Too expensive to live here. But as you can see, the theme has changed just that fast. Because we're now in the Anchor District. So be amazed, because if you thought downtown looked great, you're really gonna love Anchor. Anchor has taken like the whole minimalist architecture thing and taken it to the next level. So minimalist architecture is all about big, wide open spaces. That's really what it's about. Um, Hence the term minimalist. And it was a Japanese a Japanese designer that was credited for coming up with the concept. But the dangerous part is Anchor's a little more unforgiving, so you have to like really know where you're going. Downtown, everything's a little more scrunched together, but once you get out here, you gotta know what you're doing. Because it is all too easy to go splat. So yeah, we're in a Pirandello office building, looks like. Then you can step out here. So that's the rezoning district. That's where we were in episode 2. And that's downtown district, and that's where we just came from. So yeah, as you can see, it's nice. And there's the Zephyr Transit Hub right there, which is where we came from. As you can see, the people here are definitely dressed for the part. There's a whole lot of nothing in this hallway, and that's some of my complaints of the game. You can also see that the woman here is kind of clipping through the window, so yeah, definitely some sloppiness on Dice's part. This is my favorite part, because as you're running into Anchor, this little guy just flips around, and you come out here onto this little statue. This little bit of minimalist architecture, and it's awesome. Going right through the Pirandello office building, and everyone here is wearing Pirandello. And so the largely racial hierarchies of the old world are gone. And in this society, while there's still very much crony capitalism involved and dirty tricks, at least you don't have to deal with, like, you know, some of the issues that we're dealing with today in society. At least from what I can see, you know what I mean? At least from what I could see here. Because it doesn't look that different. from our society today, and yet there's still a racial hierarchy. But the Germanic Kruger family, they're the dominant power here. And then, I mean, if you look at the 13 families, they're like all white. So I actually take back what I said. The racial hierarchy still exists here, but at least it's not like it's in your face. But yeah, as you can see, just the architecture is just a little bit different. And we're just gonna dive in, which is the best way to explore the Anchor District. So right away, you're getting inundated with a lot more color. You know, downtown district was just a bunch of whites and grays, and you know, you have some colors. But we're in Shimmering Heights right now, and oh, I almost got hit by a car. I don't think you can get hit by a car though. You just clip through. Not a car, a drone. Yeah, you just clip through them. All right, I gotta stabilize myself. All right. Looks like I'm gonna have to go that way. All right. So this is actually an all-com office building. And as you can see, it's very, very bright. Very bright. Nice. So you wonder why the city's so shiny? It's because drones like this are all over the city and they're constantly shining the glass and, you know, just making it crystal. In the olden days, you had to have humans do that, and automation, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, there's quite a view there. And Pirandello Tower. We don't actually get a chance to go to the very top of it. I would have liked to, but there's only so much access that you're going to have. 10 seconds. Alright, let's check this out. Oh no! I missed my jump. Ah, that was terrible. even though that was like a new personal best, and I still got promoted off of that. All right. Oh. Okay. So, Nicosa, what is it? It's a lounge. So these are the high class, high caste, and mid caste too. Mid caste, they can afford nice clothes and fragrances. So we're on the 82nd floor, looks like. Doesn't feel like it though. But it thought. Be higher up. It looked like just 82 floors. Not sure. Yeah, I guess if you do like slide and hit the bottom, you won't fall to your death. Is this a pole? Find out. Yes. Okay. And this connects us to the billboard. Nice. Okay. So from here, you get a really good shot of the view district, which is out that way past the reflection tower, which is right there. So it's a bit of ways over. The Anansi building, you get to basically sabotage in a campaign mission, which is a pretty fun one. So I definitely would like to share that mission with you guys. Alright. Sounds like I hear KSEC. So yeah, this area is just great. I really love the Nicosa building because it just really captures what the Anchor District's about. Like, you have open water here. And remember in episode 1 I was saying how like water is a status symbol because it's so scarce. Yeah. If you can afford to have water like freely pumped through your building, for like displays and shit, you've got it made. Like, people still have water to drink and bathe in, but it's you know, like how we in today's world have like freaking swimming pools and things like that. Yeah, you're not really gonna find those in the City of Glass unless you're in the high caste areas. But also on top of that, it's really not too much different from our society today, because I don't know about you, but I can't afford a swimming pool. I can't even afford a house to put a swimming pool in. But even like apartment complexes, you just don't see it because water is so scarce. So now we've just crossed over into Crystal Valley. Crystal Valley is the best, like, it's my favorite district in the game. It's so pretty, it's so beautiful. And there's a top tier hacker that you actually hire, that lives here, that lives out in the Crystal Valley. And she can afford it because she does work for the conglomerate families, and she, you know, she charges a really high fee, but she gets it done. She know, she knows her worth, she knows her value. So, yeah, she's actually in this building right here. Why don't I? Why don't I take you guys to meet her? Provided that I don't fall to my death. Oh, that hurt. Oh! Ugh. Yeah, that one's always, like, that always gets my blood pumping, no matter how many times I do it, because you literally just barely make the jump. Like, you're on the jump by inches. So, this is her layer, and she goes by the name Plastic. And Plastic is a very introverted computer hacker type. So, think of, Futaba, how we just met Futaba in like Persona, in my Persona streams. Yeah, that's Plastic. Literally the exact same personality and everything. So she's got her energy drinks on tap. This little buddy right here, she actually programmed, and she's constantly programming it and updating its software. But it's fully autonomous. And then this is just a ridiculously large monitor that she works with. So she's got monitors everywhere. This is Director Mara. She's hanging out here, while things die down. And she is the chief scientist of Reflection. So she's also a story character. And as you can see in front of her is the the blueprint for the shard job, which we did successfully, and that's why it's smoking. Now you don't necessarily get your hands on explosives. You're there for another reason, but yeah, there are Black November guys that get inside the shard and they blow it up. But it's a superstructure, so it doesn't like come crashing down into the ocean or anything dramatic like that, but there is a number that's done on it. So you remember what I was saying earlier about how Inker is so unforgiving. That's what I mean. Like, as far as your running technique, it's got to be on point, or you're gonna be dead. Because we're free climbing out here. So, yeah. So let's see if we can go by, yeah, that's the other nightclub that I was talking about. As you can see, that's them right there, just enjoying the nightlife. I need to get out of here before they call air support. And we can explore that area. I just would rather take the scenic route because there is one place I wanted to check out. Oh. So, this little Shard of Crystal is just another bar and lounge, and I like it because it's kind of secluded. And if I lived in this city, if I could afford to live in this district, this would be the place where I'd hang out. Like you got chairs right here, and then you've got a view of this giant mountain. All right, that is elevated from the ground. Again, status symbol. And this building, when it's complete, will just be another part of the art that is the Anchor District. But I really just like it. It's super sleek, super cool. You got water right here beneath your feet. Once again, illustrating the fact that this is a very high-end club. Nightclubs like that. We saw the one nightclub downtown. It was elevated, but it didn't have any fountains or anything like that. At least from what we could tell. But yeah, that's my favorite little part of Crystal Valley. So I think the place that I wanted to show you guys isn't in Crystal Valley. It's in Shimmering Heights, but now we've made it to Eden Village, and I need to check my program here to make sure. Okay, so I'm not supposed to do Eden Village yet, so I gotta go back. Eden Village is next episode, so we're gonna go back. And like even the age rack, it's just cool. Like my favorite part about the Anchor District is like all of the purples and violets and blues. Like everything is just so artsy. And so looks like we're here on Bryson's turf. And you'll see a lot of their buildings here because again, like they're the big name vehicle manufacturer. I was trying to find the Gastro Fusion building, but like I said, I don't think it is located here. That looks like a custom. But yeah, everything is so modern and clean. Like every surface. It's like running in a giant jewel. But I did lie. Crystal Valley is my second favorite place in the city. My favorite place in the city is Eden Village. I didn't think about Eden Village when I said it, but I'm telling you now that it is my favorite place. And let me see, because I'm probably looking at Eden Village right now. Yes, I am. So we can't go that way. Even though I'm going that way anyway. But the game will let you know once you've crossed over. So we're still in Crystal Valley. Which means it's still a valid part of this episode. Oh, I screwed up. So yeah, there I go, not following my own advice. Like I had said earlier, you have to pay attention to where you're jumping because Anchor's very unforgiving, and you will die if you're not careful. Like I just did. Alright, we came from that direction already. Yeah, we literally came from that direction. This is an Everdyne building. I don't know why I keep thinking that's like an open window. So stupid. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, this window's open.
Diversion needed. Good script.
And this is one of Dogan's jobs. So diversion is you basically pick a fight with the police, and while they're chasing you, the runner does what the runner needs to do. And that's pretty much how diversion missions work in a nutshell. Alright, and then this is Eden Village. Can't go. Can't do it. As much as I want to. And you will see why. Is that a boardroom? Yep, that's a boardroom. Pretty nice boardroom too. I'm sure it's a pretty sweet place to work. And look, I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. You know, if you're a work with your hands kind of guy, then this isn't a place for you. You know, there's literally nothing but white collar jobs out here. Alright, so I'm in like break leg territory, so I've got to be careful. Alright, so it looks like the cops moved from Club Sloth. So you can probably hit that place up. Oh. And it's kind of hard to tell because you're in like a giant freaking... Like everything is reflective, so I don't know. Oh. Yeah, like I don't know where the ground is. Like that's what I'm saying, like. Alright. So that was worth it because look at his view. And you can literally see all of Anchor from here. So those are a lot of lounges, a lot of rooftop lounges, a lot of rooftop bars. There's Club Sloth right there. And there is the unexplorable parts of the city. And then over here we have the Alcon building downtown. Then there's the Krugersek Towers off in that direction, which we will see once we get like a better look. I don't need as much speed this time around. But yeah, there's like a little neat little shortcut to get back down once you've hacked the billboard. So that's the Bryson building. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the Gastro Fusion building is on the other side of town. So it's a little bit after you enter Anchor. But it's not super important, but it is where Dogen's lair is. Like Dogen's a chef, and he's also like a mob boss. And if you look out from the distance there, that's another open air lounge. So you will find them literally all over the Anchor district, like literally everywhere. Easy getting down, difficult coming up. Alright, so now you can get the club sloth. And I think I'm gonna end the episode once we explore there. Because we're close. But I can just round out this little building. Whoa. Definitely gotta watch where you step. Alright, so that's the little door that I did see earlier. Not sure if that area there is explorable or not, but it looks like just a shortcut route. Nice. Okay. Yeah, it is explorable. But yeah, here it is. Club Sloth. Now, there aren't any people here, and the club never opens. The only place that works are the surveillance cameras that are plugged into the network. Another missed opportunity, for sure. I am disappointed. Because it would have been nice to come to a place like this. Since it's already a rooftop nightclub anyway, it would have been nice to come to a place like this and just work sources and take jobs and things like that. So this game had like a lot of potential beyond what I got. And I'm a sucker for architecture and futurism, and the running mechanics are really well done. So that's why I enjoyed this game the way that I did. But there's a lot of people who didn't, and I completely understand and respect their opinion. Because this game did have a lot of shortcomings. Like things that, like they took the aesthetic too seriously, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things they put in the game that exists only as an aesthetic, only to add to the ambiance of the game and not to actually serve a functional part of the game. And that's where this game really comes up short. Now, yeah, you know, part of it is, well, you are an outlaw, you know, you are an outcast, so you really can't enjoy the fruits of the city. But, you know. Oh. So, while I was talking, I stumbled across the Gastro Bistro building by accident. But this is basically his headquarters. And as you can see, he's got his bodyguards everywhere. They are ready to step in. Literally ready to step in your ass at the moment's notice. And they dress in all black, and they got like that Yakuza vibe, and they're badass. But yeah, there's some interesting tidbits about Dogen. Dogen used to be a rebel, believe it or not. And then there's like just a little shortcut here between the buildings. Then you can just zip line your way out. But yeah, it's a Gastro Fusion is what it's called. Gastro Fusion building. But yeah, it's a really, really ritzy place. You know, just a really nice place to be. High above the city, high above the city streets, and just kind of chill and kick it with your friends, your date, whoever. But yeah, that's going to conclude um this episode, episode 4. And so episode 5, Eden Village, is next, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So take care, guys.